Like when I first start talking to young people in recovery, right? It's like, I'm not telling you have to give this up, and I'm not telling you have to give this up forever, too, right? Check it out, see what you like, right? Because that's what saved my life, is when I came into recovery, I didn't know what I was going to do and how I was going to do it. And people were, just hang on, just hang on. And all of a sudden in recovery, right, you start to build this life, and you're like, wow, this life is starting to get better and get better and get better. And like, you start to see all the amazing things that we accomplished in recovery, and you're like, you know, now I look back at my life and I look back and I'm like, wow, like, I have more fear about going backwards than I do about staying sober for the rest of my life, right? That fear I talked about before. You know, I have more fear of picking up and going back and living like that than I do living the rest of my life without drugs and alcohol, because I have this life, because I have this thing going on inside of me, right? That like this feeling of like, I know everything is going to be okay. I think about my own story. When I first started trying to get sober, I'm like, I just want to get sober so I can get all my stuff back. You know, I just want my stuff back. That's all I want, you know. And then eventually someday I'll drink again, right? Or so eventually someday I'll just use again, and like it's gonna be okay because I got my stuff back now. And then what happens is like I started to get more, right? And not just like more stuff, right? Like I started to get more emotionally stable. You know, I started to peel more layers off the onion, right? Like I started to find emotional recovery. You know, I got around other people and I felt a part of. And immediately I started to emotionally recover from that state of loneliness and despair that I had inside of myself when I first walked into recovery and first entered recovery. You know, connection is the way out of addiction, because when we get connected to other people, we emotionally recover from that feeling of nothing is ever going to work out ever, and I am not going to be okay.